happens at SummerSlam. I'm shaving my moustache off. I've told you, if that happens, it's going. My lip is cold because of a stupid bet that I made with YouTube. Oh, God.
Wrestle's better than Daniel Bryan. Bryan Daniels. Better than Okada.
How do you not get sushi after Monday Night Raw?
Good evening from Swansea, wrestling fans. I'm your host, Ben Allison, and you are watching Wrestling Republic's daily broadcast. We have that new intro, which we debuted the other day. Hope you guys are enjoying that one. But today, what we have for you guys to enjoy is the semi-finals of the King and the Queen of the Quiz tournament. We, of course, have to my left, Mr. Coby Galanzowski, and to my right, Dryzzy. Firstly, Coby, how are you feeling today?
Thing is I'm feeling pretty good. Of course, I'm well rested. I'm well dressed. I got my good collar shirt on. I'm here and I'm ready to enjoy a good quiz. And the biggest thing is there's less confidence this time because Dryzzy is a heck of a competitor. I know he has a wealth of knowledge, and I hope there's more opportunities for me to steal than he has for me. But of course, if I'm trying to think about this in a weird way, I do think it's going to be highly competitive. It's going to be close. I hope it's not as close because I don't want to lose. I don't want to be barely beaten. I want to win. And of course, the biggest thing is this is all a road to the finals to face David. And I hope that Dryzzy, you're only just a detour for me.
Oh, fighting words out of the gate from Coby. I mean, we know Coby and David have been confident all along that the final is going to be Coby and David. But honestly, I do think today we could well see an upset because my pick to win the entire tournament is here, and that is Dryzzy. How are you, Dryzzy?
In honor of my good folks at NXT, the metaphor. Hello, hello, hello. I am here. And I am ready to do some damage. I am looking forward to trying to get to David. David is the goal. I want David. Bring me the boy.
Honestly, I reckon if it comes down to you and David, I really do think you are going to win this. Because just the contrast in knowledge, I reckon you will have the advantage. But we will find out today what it is. Right, so we'll quickly get the scores done in a second. But before we do, let me read out some of the comments. We have David Mard, shout out to you. We got Fernando. We have DCX, who says, Dryzzy, win it for Metaphor. And if Coby wins, then it is rigged. DCX Warlord is asking, is Clark the voice of the gods? He is not. He's got a well-deserved day off today. So I'm doing all the roles when it comes to the moderation. But David has fact-checked the questions. Don't worry. We are all good on that front. We have Bobby Petito in the comments as well. Right. Without further ado, let's get into the into the rules. Right. If you've not seen this before, it is 15 rounds. One question each round for each competitor. If one person gets it wrong, it will then go to the other person. So the person can basically steal their question. But what makes this really different and really exciting is there is one double chip, one 2 times chip to use, and they can do it for any round which they want to do. So basically, for any round, they can say, okay, I want double points on this. If they get it right, double points. If they get it wrong, their opponent has the opportunity to steal it for double points. But on top of that, there are a few bonus rounds. And if you really want to risk it, you can use your double chip on a double bonus round and therefore potentially get 4 points instead of 2. Higher risk, but a much higher reward as well. Without further ado, let's get into the topics. It is the same as usual. Pre-97 WWE Attitude Era, 3 bonus rounds, Ruthless Aggression, 2010 to 2020 WWE, the Triple H Era, AEW, WCW, ECW, Japanese Wrestling, NXT, Lucha Libre, and Finisher. names. This is going to be fun, no doubt about it. Right. One difference compared to the last time both of you guys played. Now, I am not going to ask every single round if you want to use your chip, because viewers found that a bit annoying. So you have to make it clear to me on a normal round ahead of time before I turn the slide if you want to play it on a normal round. Before a bonus round, I'll still ask and check, right? But I'll only now ask and check before the bonus rounds, because let's face it, pretty much people are only using it for the bonus rounds anyway. Right, without further ado, let's get into it. Right, okay, coin toss time. Coby, you were here first, so what do you want to pick, heads or tails?
I'm trying to figure out what I forget what I won with last time, but I'm going to continue with the roll. I'm going tails.
Okay, let's do it. Oh, let me do this again. It is heads. Dryzzy, do you want to go first or second?
Second.
Oh, okay. We haven't seen much success from that so far in this tournament when people have chosen to go second. But hey, maybe Dryzzy is going to upset the odds and change that streak. Coby, you are up first, and your first question is, let me make sure I have it up on my end as well, is,
You need it up.
what celebrity was in Diesel's corner for his WWE Championship match at WrestleMania 11 against HBK?
Okay, WrestleMania 11 HBK. I'm trying to think, and I have one, and I don't know how accurate it is because I think he might have been sooner. The only name that is directly coming to mind is Alice Cooper.
Final answer?
Final answer is Alice Cooper.
Dryzzy to steal.
Pamela Anderson.
Correct. There we are. One steal out of the gates. Dryzzy takes the lead. But Dryzzy, your question is, who did Owen Hart team with to take on the Smoking Guns at WrestleMania 11?
Vader. He was a part of Camp Cornette at the time, so I'm going to say Vader.
Coby to steal.
Oof. WrestleMania 11 is a tough one. You're distracting me, Dryzzy. You're distracting me. The thing is trying to think back there, and I'm trying to think who has teamed with Owen Hart, and I don't know why I keep thinking Jeff Jarrett, and because I don't think it is Jeff Jarrett, but that's the only name that's coming to my mind at this point. I think yeah, my only guess is Jeff Jarrett.
Incorrect. The correct answer is Yokozuna.
It hit me. It hit me as soon as you sent it over.
Not at all. I guess I could have thought bigger guys, and maybe I would have got Yokozuna.
Right.
But yeah.
Next up, well, DCX Warlord got it. David knew it as well. David's making fun of you guys for not knowing it. Fighting talk already. He's hyping up the final. Up next, we got the Attitude Era and Coby, who won the 2001 King of the Ring.
Okay, 2001. That was not Brock Lesnar yet, because Brock was brought in. Oh, wait, was that Brock Lesnar? Oh, this is gonna be. If it's not. Oh, this is tough. Because it's either gonna be Brock Lesnar or it's not gonna be Brock Lesnar. Trying to think. Oh, crap.
I'm gonna need an answer.
Yeah, the only name that's coming to mind around that time is Brock Lesnar, but Oh wait, King of the Ring. Oh,
I need an answer now.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar's the only name I got.
Dryzzy to steal.
Kurt Angle.
Incorrect. The correct answer was Edge.
Oh yeah. Because isn't 2000? Because 2001's the one with Shane and Kurt in that bloody match, right?
I could not tell you that.
Yes.
That's the match I remember. I just know nothing.
I remember that match. I can't tell you what year. It's around then for sure.
It's one of those. Yeah, it's one of the early 2000s.
That was the one Angle tried to go back to back.
Yeah,
won
it
the year
was,
before.
David says. And DCX gets Kurt Angle as well. Fernando gets Billy Gunn.
No, Billy
Bobby
Gunn's seen
gets
any of that.
Triple H. But up next, the question for you, Dryzzy, is who won the 2002 Royal Rumble?
Brock.
Coby to Steele.
Ooh. We're making a little bit of flubs early on. So WrestleMania 18. I'll start off with that because it's 2002. 18. What was the matches? I don't think Hogan and Rock was 18 because I forget specific manias. So I don't. And I do think 01 was the Rock. So was it Triple H?
Final answer.
That's all I got. Yeah, Triple
You
H.
are correct, Coby, and you are back level. Triple H did indeed win that. Fernando gets Batista. Right, a couple of hard ones out of the gates. But now, guys, it is time for, if I'm correct, a bonus round. Anyone want to risk it and cash in?
No, I'm not risking for the biscuit yet.
Ooh.
No.
Coby? Nope.
No.
Okay. Let's find out.
I need some control in this quiz, and that chip gives
Okay.
me some control. So
Okay,
I can't
fair
use
enough,
it yet,
fair enough.
just yet.
The bonus round is 2010 Bound for Glory. Coby, who defeated Kurt Angle and Mr. Anderson for the TNA Championship in the main event?
So this is when there was a big heel turn. This was Jeff Hardy.
You are correct.
Oh, be correct. It is the Antichrist of professional
That's
wrestling.
3 points.
Jeff Hardy.
It is.
Yeah. It was the Antichrist. It was the big Eric Bischoff. Get the guitar and yeah.
Yeah, we don't like talking about those.
Great shout, no doubt about it. Right, Dryzzy, what was the name of the faction that included Raven, Rhino, Sabu, and Tommy Dreamer that defeated Fortune at the event?
Oh, what were they called? It was something extreme. Oh, Jesus. What was it? Oh, that's a tough one. It is the Extremist.
Coby to Steele.
Okay, so Fortune's main rivals were Immortal, but that's not none of those guys were in Immortal.
No, that was this.
And that's the tough part, is trying to think of who else was in a kind of a rival faction or a rival group for Fortune. I'm trying to think of it, and I'm looking back, and nothing's coming up. That's the tough part. Is to steal. Yeah,
Never mind.
Oh, Drizzy's distracting me again. Yeah, right now. It's not. So he said extremists, and that's.
I'm gonna need a name.
Like the more time
It's on the tip of my tongue, but
5,
it's not
4,
at the same time.
3, 2, 1.
I got nothing.
Ooh, can I say it? Can I say it?
Yeah, say it, Dryzzy.
EV 2.0.
Correct. That would have been the perfect answer, but it did not happen. Right, up next, we have the Ruthless Aggression era. Coby, your question is, who defeated the Great Khali to win the World Championship at SummerSlam 2007?
Okay. I'd be mad if it's not Batista, because that's the only person I can think of it, because I'm pretty sure Batista beat him. So Batista?
Correct. Batista did get the win. I always forget about this match completely. I really do.
The thing is I've seen the Punjabi prison between them. I've seen that before. But I knew, the only person, because I know Khali wins it off of a battle royal. And then it's the only person I can remember him feuding with kind of in that reign of, he's a serious main eventer was Batista. So I'm glad it was.
David Sheldon says it was one of the worst matches in SummerSlam history. A big statement, but honestly, yeah, it is
Probably.
I do agree with you on that. I do try and just forget about the Great Khali push, to be completely honest with you. Right, Dryzzy, up next. Who did Batista retain the World Championship against at Survivor Series 2007?
The Ruthless Aggression is my worst error. There's one that stands out to me, but I'm not sure it was 2007. I'm gonna go with it just because I can't think of any Survivor Series at that point in time. But I want to say it was a Fatal 4-Way. You know what? I take that back.
Gonna need a final answer.
I'm gonna say he.
5.
Booker T.
Incorrect. Coby to Still.
It's tough to think about this because I'm like 07, like I want to say is like Cena and Edge on the other brand. I don't think Triple H had him at that time. I don't think it's Shawn Michaels. I don't.
Gonna need an answer.
I know you're gonna need an answer. I'm trying to think.
5.
Is it Undertaker?
3. Final answer.
Undertaker.
Correct. The Hell in a Cell match between the two. Absolute banger. Or match of a match. Yeah, it was. Really, really great indeed. Right. Up next, we've got 2010 to 20 WWE. And the question for you, Coby, is who did Roman Reigns defeat to win the WWE Championship at Survivor Series 2015?
Do you want his current name or is no? It's Dean Ambrose. It's Dean Ambrose or John Moxley, however you want to go.
Correct.
Big tournament. Seth Rollins had to relinquish it. They did a tournament to Survivor Series. Roman and Dean. I think that's their only singles match. One of their only.
It might be actually.
I think so.
I think it's their only pay-per-view one. Maybe one.
Yes,
of their
definitely the only pay-per-view one.
But yeah, no,
Yeah,
it was a good enough match. I think a lot of people wanted Dean to win it anyway. Like the crowd was behind.
They
Dean.
did. They wanted.
Yeah.
Did it though? The year, less than a year later at Money in the Bank 2016, though. After, of course, when all the Shield members held it, that was a great moment. Dryzzy, your question is: what two wrestlers teamed with the New Day at Survivor Series 2015 in the traditional 5v5 Survivor Series match?
And they teamed up with the New Day. Oh, okay. Oh,
I have a guess.
in a traditional match.
All right. 5, 4.
Because he was on the roster at that time.
Need a final answer.
Give me Tyson Kidd and Cesaro.
Hell of a guess, but unfortunately incorrect. But a really great guess. Coby, what is your? You can have an opportunity to steal now.
Yeah, I should hope so. The guess that comes to mind is the Ascension. I don't think they were up in the main roster at the time yet. And that's the tough part because at the time, the New Day are the heel because they've interacted with the Authority, with Seth being not the People's Champion, the Authority Champion, with J&J Security and all that. So they were heel. No, they're not. We're not doing the People's Champion. They're heels. So I'm trying to think back to heels at the time. This is after WrestleMania 31. I want to say it's. Wait, hold on. 32 is.
Okay, I need an answer.
Is it Rusev and Wade Barrett?
If I could give you half a point, I would, but I can't, so I won't. It is King Barrett and Sheamus.
You're the right
I
ballpark.
was
Pretty close,
that
though.
You're the
like
right
League of Nations came to mind. I just didn't know
Yeah.
which ones. Yeah.
David Marge guesses the Wyatt family. DCX guessed correctly. And so did Bobby Petito as well. John suggested Awesome Truth, and DCX Warlord said the Social Outcasts.
Oh, the Social
You know
Outcasts.
what?
That's a memory.
You know what? Just for remembering that, you get points.
Right, up next, we are talking the Triple H era. Let's do this. Coby, your question is, who was the special guest referee for The Miz versus LA Knight at Payback 2023?
Our current champion, John Cena.
You would be correct, and you are up to 7 points now. Dryzzy, your question is, who did Seth Rollins retain the World Championship against at Payback 2023?
Payback 2023. It was.
Coby, I think, knows it.
I'm sure it does.
Gonna need an answer.
Riddle.
Incorrect. Coby,
Shinsuke Nakamura.
you are correct. Or as DCX Warlord accidentally spelled it, Sheamus. Later clarified he meant Shinsuke. But
Okay.
Same. What is it? Not
I presume he was
prefix.
typing it and it just auto
same
corrected.
prefix.
Yeah.
SH. Nah, Shinsuke Nakamura.
DCX Warlord guest Cena for the last one, and there's like a John Cena emoji. That's cool. David Marge guessed AJ Styles, and so did Shard. Not quite true, but Fernando guessed Damian Priest. Another good guess as well. But up next, let's
Priest
talk.
was in a tag match that show too. It was Priest and Balor versus Kevin and Sammy in one of the better street fights.
That was
It
2023.
was great. That Pittsburgh street fight, yeah.
I thought that was 2024.
No, that was
2024. They were
that was 2023 because they were split up into. Yeah, no, they were. That was it was like a Pittsburgh street fight. We saw like a hockey thing, and like it was a really good steel
That was
cage.
the one where they came out with
And then there was
hockey
the
jerseys
steel
and
cage
fought.
match with Becky and Trish. No, Payback was a really good show.
Hmm.
No, it was a really good show.
Right, up next, let's talk some All Elite Wrestling. Coby, your question is, who did Kenny Omega retain the AEW Championship against on the debut episode of AEW Rampage?
Wait. Is this correct?
I hope so.
Because he wrestled Christian on one of the first Rampages. But Christian beat him for the Impact World title on a Rampage. Fact check this. Fact check this, because this is the one of the first Rampages was Christian Cage.
These
versus
have been
Kenny
fact
Omega.
checked.
Well, that's embarrassing. And it's always the AEW questions because that's what happened when we originally brought this whole thing out. AEW, this is Christian Cage versus Kenny Omega for the Impact Championship because Christian Cage wins because Kenny Omega retains the AEW Championship by beating Christian.
Well, it was a trick question, Coby. You're right. Well done. But
garbage.
I mean, even still, it's the same answer either way. The answer is Christian either way, anyway. But you are also correct.
That's what you
too.
sat there and said, like,
This is garbage.
God didn't change the answer at least, but yeah, it is correct. Right, Christian. David Marge guessed MJF.
Your favorite father figure would be disappointed in you, Ben Allison.
Oh, he would be. He'd be very disappointed. I just like to think that he was the AW champion. Alex O'Brien, Nato guesses. Cody Rhodes says David Marge. That might be for the previous one. Right. He retained it because it wasn't on the line. Exactly, Clark. Thank you. Trick question, Kobe. Meanwhile, David's turned face and he's apologizing. But it's all good. Up next, Dryzzy, your AEW question is who defeated Red Velvet to retain the AEW Women's Championship on the debut episode of Rampage in the main event, actually?
Who was women's champion at that point in time? It was. Jesus Christ, who was women's champion at that point in time? It wasn't Britt. It definitely wasn't Britt. I don't think it was Britt. Britt Baker. We'll go with Britt Baker. I don't think it was, but we'll go Britt Baker.
Well, you would be correct, Dryzzy. I thought for a second you weren't going to say it, but yeah, it was Britt Baker at that time.
I wanted him not to say it. I wanted him not to say
that's the one.
That's the comeback is on.
That's when Jamie Hayter returns to
where she did
the backflip. Also, Jamie Hayter helps her. God. Jamie Hayter debuts and returns to AEW to help her and with the new kind of look and Jamie. Yeah, it was Britt. It was Britt.
Right, up next, the next round is WCW World Championship Wrestling. And it is who did Hollywood Hogan defeat at Halloween Havoc 98? Kobe. Oh, Dryzzy knows this one. How the turntables.
I think he's
it helps when you're
pressure.
Yeah, no, there's oh god, 98. Hogan. How trying to think back, and I don't know if I've seen Halloween Havoc 98. I think I know of it, of course, but the only name that comes to mind, because I don't think I know anyone else that could have been a Hogan opponent, is Sting. That's all I can think of at this point.
Dryzzy to steal.
Warrior.
That is correct. Suddenly, the camera.
Talking about worst matches, the worst match.
That was actually originally going to be in the question. It was going to originally be in what is considered the worst match of all time by many. But I thought that made it a bit too easy. Up next, Dryzzy, your question is who did DDP lose to in the main event of Halloween Havoc 1998?
Goldberg.
Correct. Suddenly, it's a lot closer. I mean, listen, this is how quickly the things can change in this quiz. We saw it last week as well. Clark says Hogan Warrior was horrifying. And David Marge guessed Macho Man. Clark sneaking away from his family to watch this quiz. We respect the dedication to it because suddenly it is getting very, very close. Kobe, your next question for ECW is who was the first ECW champion?
Ugh.
And just to make it clear as well, this is the start of the championship as the whole, but all the way back. This is the start.
Oh, jeez.
So we're talking Eastern Championship.
Yeah,
we are talking Eastern, yeah.
Shit, okay.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Of course, the ECW one has to be the one Ben stacks against us.
David was thrilled when he saw this question because he said it's one of the ones he researched thinking it was going to be last week.
I got nothing.
I guess a name. Chuck your name out there.
No, you're getting a pass. If I'm the first question, I ain't giving anyone an answer.
Okay, fair enough. I like the tactics.
I got nothing.
Dryzzy to steal.
If he can steal this, he deserves it.
I wasn't watching Eastern Championship. I'm gonna go Shane Douglas just to throw a name out there, but I'm pretty sure that's when the Extreme took over. But
yeah, that's when Extreme took over. Clark guessed the same thing, but no, that is not Eastern. David Mards did the same one, but DCX did get it correct. It is Jimmy Snuka.
Jimmy Snuka? No, not at all. Wouldn't have known
He
it.
holds
if I
it for
looked at
one day and then loses it. But Clark was very confident and got it wrong. But up next, Dryzzy.
That's the thing. I would have known Shane Douglas if weren't. To be fair, the graphics should have specified. And this is on you.
Well, no. Who was the first ECW champ? I gave you the clarification anyway.
You did.
But
you did
factually, who is the first ECW champion? It is Jimmy Snuka. That is the correct answer to it. Clark says it's Eastern. Well, no, it doesn't say Extreme. It says who is the first ECW champion. And Extreme Championship Wrestling was a name change after Eastern Championship Wrestling, right? It's just like we asked. It was worded completely correctly. But up next, Dryzzy, your question is who had the most reigns as ECW champion? Now this is combining it all, right? But
all together. Like we're adding ECW into that too. Is that a part of that?
No, I just think that might actually be technically counted. Yeah, I don't know. If you give me a second, sorry, Dryzzy, I want to clarify this for you real quick.
Okay.
I want to actually get an answer on that. It does include, yes. It includes all of the ECWs, including WWE ECW.
I'm going to go Sandman.
And you would be correct. That is the right answer. Fernando says Raven is the answer. But DCX Warlord got it right. Again, these were a fact check, but no, I'm very confident.
I think he has the longest reign, but I don't think he has the most.
Yeah, that is correct. That is correct. He did have the longest, but the Sandman is correct. There we are. Clark says that was the NWA title. No, it wasn't. That was the Eastern Wrestling. That was the title, which got later renamed the Extreme. It's the exact same title. It was just renamed later on. It is factual. It is correct.
That's the belt he threw down the NWA belt the night the line was crossed. And that's when he said, nah, bump that title. I want this title.
Exactly. But it was stuck on the same lineage. It was just a new design. But David Sheldon says, I can promise it was Sandman. He has 5, and it was Sandman. Right. Suddenly, things are very, very close indeed. So let's head over to Japan. Coby, your question is who defeated Tayo Kia for the IWGP World Championship at the first Wrestle Kingdom?
Wrestle Kingdom 1?
The first Wrestle Kingdom.
I wasn't even born for that.
I mean, all it is guesswork at this point, and I got to think about it because was this year 19? So it would be 06. I don't think it's Kurt Angle. I don't. The only 2 names that I can think of that are speaking out to me are Hiroshi Tanahashi, our favorite president of the company, and the other, and I don't know why Kurt Angle's standing out because I don't think it's Kurt Angle. When did Kurt win it?
Gonna need your answer. 5.
Kurt Angle. My final answer is Kurt Angle.
Dryzzy to steal.
Brock Lesnar.
Coby gave it to you on a silver platter. It was Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Oh, Tanahashi.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was Tanahashi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
I should. To be fair, I should have went with the president. I'm sorry for doubting you, Mr. Tanahashi, Mr. Ace. I'm
President
sure,
Ace
but
Champion Tanahashi.
no. Okay, that's no. Okay, at least it didn't work. It didn't screw me. That's all that matters.
Right, Dryzzy, up next, your question. And this one was the one which there was a little controversy about behind the scenes here. What was the name of the tag team, which is Hiroshi Tenzan and Satoshi Kojima? We will accept either one of the answers, which they go by two different names in different environments. We'll accept either.
You definitely don't have to worry about that because I didn't even know this was a team. We're going to go... Cozy Bond? I don't know.
Coby to steal.
I do know this, and because I know, especially Kojima likes just a lot of kind of funny names. Because the current one now is he was Cozy Max with Okamura, but no, this is 10 Cozy.
Correct. And that's also what I said. But me and David, basically, for some reason, at some point, they have gone by 10 Koji. And Cage Match lists them as 10 Koji, not 10 Cozy. But 10 Cozy is the correct answer. Either one would have been accepted. DCX Warlord got that one right as well. And it takes Coby now up to 10 points as well. Double digits, but still a lot to play for. Now, Dryzzy,
too close for my liking right now.
Up next is a topic you're very, very familiar with: NXT. Coby,
and we're using the chip for that.
Oh, okay. Dryzzy is playing his chip. Okay, this is interesting indeed. Chip is activated.
Let's have some fun. Let's do it at the same time.
Wow. Okay.
Let's have some fun. I like my NXT. I'm good. I'm gold. I'm good. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun.
Wow. I didn't think this was going to happen, but there we are. Both their chips are active for NXT. First time both players have activated their chips for not a bonus round. But let's do this. Double points are on the line. Coby Galanzowski, you're up first. Who did Bron Breakker retain the NXT Championship against at Vengeance Day 2023 in a steel cage?
Bobbing my head like Waller. Grayson Waller, A-Town Down Under. It's a fun cage match. It's fun. It's fun. It's Grayson Waller.
That is correct. That's why they call him Double Down Mr. G, Clark says there. Archie got that right as well. DCX Warlord said you needed to play a chip, Dryzzy. Well, you are now playing it. Your question. The main event of Halloween Havoc 2022 was Bron Breakker versus Ilya Dragunov versus who?
Carmelo Hayes.
Final answer?
If I can guess it.
Is that your answer?
No.
Oh, okay.
You're making me second guess it. You know what? No regrets. Hayes. I'll ride it.
Coby to steal for double points.
Jordan Devlin, JD McDonough.
That would be correct. Coby is now up to 14 points. The NXT round costing Dryzzy. Breaks my heart, but suddenly, Dryzzy, you have an opportunity to get right back into it. We've got another bonus round. Nobody can cash in anything because you guys are both lost.
We just used them all.
So
they're all gone.
Let me fix your names on the screen. But Mark Mai says you can't give Coby G the steal. Yeah, well, David Mard says, whoa. And yeah, up next, we have got a bonus round for the Cruiserweight Champions. Coby, who had the longest reign with the modern Cruiserweight Championships? That's after 2016. Well, 2016 or after, sorry.
So, is it not Jordan Devlin?
Final answer?
Because Jordan Devlin won it, and then COVID happened, so he was stuck across the world. And then they had to do like an interim thing, and then they technically Jordan Devlin held it for, I want to say, like 15 months.
Final answer, yeah.
I think it's Jordan Devlin.
You would be correct on that one too, Coby. 2 Jordan Devlin answers back to back. Up next, Dryzzy, ignoring Carmelo Hayes, because that one, it was that he won it, then it was deactivated, all that. Ignoring Carmelo Hayes, who had the shortest reign with the modern Cruiserweight Championship.
Ignoring Hayes? That might be... I think it might... I want to say... I'll say the point to Austin Aries, but I'm going to go around with it. It may be wrong, but I'm going to say Aries.
Austin Aries is incorrect. Coby to steal.
I thought they had a Mania match for it.
Gotcha. I think it's Akira Tozawa.
Final answer?
It's the only name I've got, so I think it's Akira Tozawa.
Well, you'd be correct. Up to 18 points, Coby. I mean, I want to get this up. I'm trying to find out what the points record is, because that is now what you're chasing. The points record was set by you, 26. I don't think you're going to get that.
Yeah, it's set by me. I know that. I totally forgot it. I think I'd have to get every single... Wait. I'd have to get every single question right, I think. Because because 2 points in round 13, 2 points. So that'd be... Yeah, I'd have to get every single question right, including...
Well, let's see if you can do that. Or Dryzzy could have the comeback of the century. Archie says Ben is very good at building suspense. All right, Coby, I'm trying to build suspense, as Archie's saying, all right? Right, no, in all seriousness, this could end a lot closer, right? Especially with points going the other way and stuff like that. Up next, we have got Lucha Libre. And Coby, your question is, who was the final Lucha Underground champion?
That is a funny one.
So what name do you want? I mean, it's Jack Swagger, Jake Strong. I think it was Jake Strong.
Yeah, correct.
It was the weirdest thing.
Either would have been allowed.
The funniest thing about Lucha Underground, the final scene of Lucha Underground is Stu Bennett and Wade Barrett going, I got some bad news. Or something like that. And it's the weirdest ending. But yeah, Jake Strong, because he cashes in the gift of the gods on Penta after Penta beats Marty the Moth in a bloody match.
Which is another strange character.
T6 Warlord says it's Santos, not Jordan. No, Jordan held it for 500 days, I believe it was, or something. Santos
Jordan won it at Worlds Collide, which was end of January 2020. And then COVID happened. So if we're counting him still being champion, which they did, he lost it in April of 2021.
And they merged it with
They
Leo?
merged it with
Leo
Santos.
Merged it with? No, Leo lost to Santos.
Carmelo won it to merge it with the North American.
No, Carmelo merged it with the North American.
No, I'm talking about when Jordan was able to come back overseas.
It was with Santos's Cruiserweight Championship.
So which belt?
And even then, Santos didn't even hold it for a year.
Because
Santos won it like in the summer.
When did Leo Rush win? I remember he won a tournament for that belt.
No, because Santos won that one. Won that tournament.
He was in the tournament for sure.
No,
Leo was in the tournament.
Santos
I don't think
in the tournament. I remember that much, but I don't know why I'm thinking Leo won it.
Because it was a ladder match between Santos and JD. I know that
Leo was definitely in that scene, but let's do DCX Warlords in denial. Oh, I know what's happening here. No. DCX Warlord is trying to screw Coby because they are on Team Dryzzy. I see it now. Oh. But up next, let's go to the next question. Dryzzy, how many seasons of Lucha Underground were there?
4.
Correct. You're now up to 6 points, and the next round is finisher names. this is actually this round was the one round I didn't like. It has become a bit of a viewer's favorite. A lot of people are loving this round.
Simple. It's an easy one. It's an easy one. It's an easy one before the final round. Of course. Yeah, I told you had to keep it then.
What is the name of Coby? What is the name of Kofi Kingston's jumping corkscrew roundhouse kick?
I believe there's some trouble in paradise.
Do the Joe Hendry scream. It looks like there's trouble in paradise.
Boom. Yeah, trouble in paradise. SOS is the roll up, Ben. If you really got this as SOS, SOS is like the roll up. Trouble in paradise.
If you want to give him a wrong answer, I'll definitely take
I am gonna slap you.
I'll definitely take
what, David? You're gonna get slapped.
I'll definitely
if I ever see.
No, why do it? It's messed
Trouble
up
in
on
paradise
here.
is the key.
Yeah, sorry, that is the answer. I thought that was the answer when you said it, to be clear. I just realized the.
Why do you have it as
Anyway, it doesn't matter. You're correct, Kobe. But that's a hell of a mistake from my end. Because I even knew that. And I wrote it.
Oh my god, Ben.
But the worst part is, the thing which I've copy and pasted it from, right? Literally, where I copied the jumping corkscrew roundhouse kick. It's listed as Trouble in Paradise there. Like, it's just my brain clearly.
Absolutely hilarious. Kobe was about to get a wrong answer for a right question.
No, you would no. On that one, he wouldn't have because I knew it was Trouble in Paradise.
Like
I just wrote it down
the world
wrong.
is looking at this like right now.
Double guessed myself.
There's no way.
Me and David had a meh when it came to these questions. But KFC, he's the better quiz master. But Fernando's enjoying it.
I'd still win your quiz master anyways. They're chaos, so I'd still win your quizzes. Doesn't matter how rigged rigged these ones
fact
are.
checking. Soul and perhaps the loser of this game here. So both of the losers from the semi-finals will be fact checking for the final ahead of time, just so
I guess I
we
can
have
fact
a
check.
dual fact check.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, I mean, Kobe fact checks most weeks when he's not involved. You can see when I'm writing these questions, it's a lot to write at once, right? And my head, I just write absolute nonsense down sometimes. Anyway, Kobe got that right. Dryzzy, your question is, what is the name of Biggie's over-the-shoulder cutter? And this one is definitely right.
Oh, the big ending.
Pardon?
He said big ending.
Okay, perfect. That is correct. Sorry, you might.
You're not about to sit there and get me with that one. No, I know.
No, you're correct.
You're not
correct.
yet. No. It's better.
D6 Waller says Kobe definitely knew the questions before. I threw it on a different document on my personal Gmail account. Kobe has no access to it at all. Don't worry.
Otherwise, my score would be 30 plus. Like, come on, you know that. Like, if I know them, I'm destroying it. I'm murking people harder than yeah.
But up next, we have the final bonus round. There's no chips to use. Kobe, Roman Reigns' undisputed reign. Who did Reigns defeat or retain the title against in a Hell in a Cell match on SmackDown?
Mr. Booyaka 619, Rey Mysterio. Who's that jumping out the sky? R-E-Y Mysterio. Yeah.
Dryzzy.
That was a weird thing. There were three shows in a row where there were Hell in a Cell matches, because then there was one on Raw also.
I think it was Bob.
There was one on SmackDown, one on the pay-per-view, then one on Raw. Like, it's just so weird.
They just had the Hell. They had the Cell ready.
They had the Cell made in the Thunderdome. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they had. Didn't Bobby and Xavier have one or something?
It was Bobby and Xavier on. Yeah, Bobby had two back to back because he also did the Drew. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
All right.
I love tangents. You know this.
But up next, the final question for you, Dryzzy. Who did Roman Reigns retain? Sorry, that's not in the notes. It's right in the notes. Who did Roman Reigns retain against at WrestleMania Backlash 2021?
If I get this wrong, does he get a record?
No, I don't.
All right, man.
I do know it. I'll tell you that. I do know it.
I think it's.
I don't get the record.
I think it's Cesaro. I know it wasn't It wasn't a big name. I won't say Cesaro.
No.
You are correct, and you finish on 9 points, Dryzzy. There we are, the total for today. Let me get the graphic made real quick to make it official, but a really fun quiz once again. And I mean, this so far now has been a really, really exciting tournament. And now we have the final set. 2 weeks' time today. We have David against Coby. It is set. It is official. Let me get up the bracket real quick because that is now done and confirmed as well. Coby, you will have one final chance to try and beat your own score at the final, but it's going to be very difficult.
What do you mean one final shot? I didn't know where you were going with that. No, it'd be a tough one. I do have the two. I do have two of the highest scores though. So.
Well, you do. You drawed with David on the 22. That is true. Now, the bonus questions, the penalty questions, they are ready for the final, by the way, and they are really, really difficult. So you and David next week are going to be hoping that that doesn't go to penalties. But we hope you guys enjoyed. Well done to Coby. Thank you to Dryzzy. And well done for getting runner-up in the semi-finals. I mean, May 18th, it's the day before Archie's birthday. May 18th will be the final. We will see you guys in 2 weeks. Of course, next week is Backlash, but we will also see you guys same time, same place tomorrow for Mailbag Monday, where we will be answering the hot takes and questions which you guys send in. Make sure to send us some via our Instagram stories. I'm about to put it up right now, or Instagram broadcast channel as well. Shard hopes both Coby and David lose in the final. I mean, we basically boxed heel versus heel in this one. I mean, we're going to have to turn somebody face in the next 2
There
weeks.
was too much. There was too much respect between Soul and David. David's trying to be the face.
It's okay. I'm fact checking and I'm suggesting.
Everyone wants me to win, though. That's the thing.
Do they?
I'm the face.
Comments. Let us know. Who do you guys want to win?
I don't need to know the comments. I just need to know what happens
you
in my
know
private messages.
Okay.
What people say. I'm the favorite.
People are giving him intel. They're texting him all the intel, all that stuff as well. And David, did you want to quickly come in to give your piece? Thumbs up if you do. I can see you.
Don't be humble now. You've been here the whole show.
No, he's in here. He's in here.
Maybe he can't hear.
He said,
I don't want to bring him in if he can't. Here he is.
He said, why
David.
Oh, Coby. I love the confidence. It ends 2 weeks' time. Well done, Dryzzy. Well played. But it ends. You don't know as much as you think you do. You don't know as much as this quiz has told you do. In 2 weeks' time, I put an end to it. Once and for all.
Fighting words.
That would have been the perfect ending. Run.
Fighting words there. But Clark saying Coby, be the heel. Clark is for David. Fernando is neutral. Archie is rooting for Coby. What's going on there? But there we are. 2 weeks time. May 18th. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations to Coby. Congratulations to David for last week. The final is confirmed May 18th. Thank you guys. We will see you then. Peace.